Hi guys, today we're on lesson 15.5, page 581 in your book. Okay, today we're going to talk about logical reasoning to solve problems. I'll walk through a few of them with you and then I'm going to let you do the rest on your own. Nolan has a skating lesson at 11 o'clock. Micah has a lesson a half hour before Nolan. Eli has a lesson a half hour after Nolan. Who has a skating lesson at 11:30? It says look at the clocks. Okay, so Nolan, 11 o'clock skating lesson. Micah was 30 minutes before. So remember when we're telling time to the half hour, we circle our two numbers and we start at 12 and find the number we come to first. So this would be 10:30. Okay. Eli was a half hour after Nolan. So again, circle your two numbers. Go from the 12. This time is 11:30. So who had the 11:30 time? Eli. All right, let's turn the page. All right. They started number one for us. Kelsey finishes her chores at 4:30. All right, so we know Kelsey started at 4:30. Kate finishes her chores at 5. Okay, so Kate at 5. Jasmine finishes her chores at 4. So here goes Jasmine. Who finishes her chores last? So look, they just went in order. First, second, third. So Kate finishes her chores last. Emma goes to the playground at 2 o'clock. All right, so 2 o'clock, Emma. Sandra goes to the playground 1 hour after Emma. Okay, so Sandra goes 1 hour after. So she has to come after Emma. Brooke goes to the playground 1 hour before Emma. So she goes before. Who goes to the playground at 1 o'clock? So 1 o'clock is Brooke. Okay. Caleb makes a craft at 6:30. So at 6:30, they have Caleb. Ashton makes his craft a half hour before Caleb. When does Ashton make his craft? Okay, so if Caleb is a half past 6, all right, so let's draw that. I'll draw that real quick for you so you can see it. Okay, so he's half past 6. So that's 6:30. So if we went 30 minutes before or a half hour before, it would be at 6 o'clock. That's a tricky one. All right. Turn the page. Okay, so these we have to fill in ourselves. All right. Debbie goes to bed at 9 o'clock. Ashley goes to bed an hour later. Danielle goes to bed an hour earlier. Who goes to bed at 10 o'clock? Okay, so we know that Ashley is before Debbie. Danielle is after Debbie. So Debbie will have to go in the middle. 9 o'clock. Debbie. Okay. So Ashley goes to bed an hour later. So 1 hour later. would be 10 o'clock. That's Ashley. And Danielle goes to bed an hour earlier. So that would be an hour before 9 is 8 o'clock. Because 8, 9, 10. So who goes to bed at 10 o'clock? Well, if you look at your chart, 10 o'clock says Ashley. All right, number 3. Alan eats lunch at 12 o'clock. Diego eats lunch an hour after Alan. Jason eats lunch a half hour before Alan. Okay, so here we have it again. You have Alan, Diego's after Alan, Jason's before Alan. So Alan is in the middle at 12 o'clock. Diego eats lunch an hour after Alan. So 12 o'clock, an hour later is 1 o'clock. So that's Diego. Jason eats lunch a half hour before Alan. So 12 o'clock, a half hour before would be 11:30. Who eats lunch at 11:30? Well, look at your chart. 11:30, Jason. Faith has recess at 2:30. Ellie has recess at 2 o'clock. Karen has recess at 3 o'clock. Okay, we just want to put these times in order. Okay, so we're going to go 2 o'clock is the first time, 2:30, then 3 o'clock. Okay, so Faith has recess at 2:30. So Faith. Ellie has recess at 2. And Karen has recess at 3. Okay. So who has recess first? Well, look here. First one, Ellie. All right, number 5. Levi feeds his cat at 4 o'clock. Jeremy feeds his cat at 5 o'clock. Oliver feeds his cat at 3 o'clock. Who feeds his cat first? Okay, so we need to put these times in order. All right, so 3 is my smaller number. So 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. Okay, so Levi feeds his cat at 4. So Levi at 4. Jeremy feeds his cat at 5. Jeremy. And then Oliver feeds his cat at 3. So who feeds his cat first? The first one, Oliver. All right, I'm going to let you do this page by yourself and this page. Please make sure you don't do this one. Bye, guys.